You guys just jump off the ship. As soon as anything happens, you guys just jump off that ship. Oh my gosh, it's amazing that you guys, these Laker fans, you guys just kill me, man. It's Gerald Glassford. Thanks so much again for being here. It's the Lakers Fast Break. Happy National Burrito Day, everyone. Uh, I also host the Pop Culture Cosmos, where we cover the latest news and trends in pop culture each and every week, twice a week, wherever you get your podcast. I'm trying to keep cheery, guys, because I'm trying to, because I've been mad for the past 2.5 hours. And you know what? I'm just saying, you know what? There are better things in life to worry about. I've got a great family. I've got you guys out there. We'll all just go ahead and give each other a hug. Let's just give right now, take a deep breath, just chill, think about a happy place to be, like think about your family, think about something good in your life, and then just give everybody, just get next to the the screen, or get next to your phone, or get next to where you're listening. Just give yourself a virtual hug. The entire Lakers community here at the Lakers Fast Break, give yourself a hug. Yes, let's all give each other a hug. Yes, yes, there you go, there you go, because I think we all need a hug right now. Yes, yes. Or if you got a close one that's close to you, just ask me. I need a hug right now. So that's what I'm going to do after the show. I'm going to need a hug to my wife. And also, note to self: do not tell your 92-year-old mother that the Lakers lost by over 40. Yes, just tell them. She just wants to know: did they win or lose? I'll just tell them they lost. Yeah. I think they indeed. Yeah, they lost tonight. Uh, it is the Lakers Fast Break. It is Gerald Glassford. Thanks again for joining us right here on the Lakers Fast Break. I also host the Pop Culture Cosmos, where we cover the latest news and trends in pop culture each and every week, twice a week, wherever you get your podcasts. On the latest PCC Multiverse on the Pop Culture Cosmos channel, now available on YouTube on the Pop Culture Cosmos, also as well. Going to be available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It is Melinda Barkhouse Ross. She returns in honor of our yearly debate on who should go in to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The nominees are announced. In fact, they're going to announce them tomorrow, who are the lucky individuals going into the Hall of Fame. So we go ahead and we discuss that as far as who should be in, who will get in, and who should even be nominated that didn't get nominated. We go ahead and talk about that as well on the latest Pop Culture Cosmos, wherever you get your podcasts. And actually, will be available tomorrow for everybody else right here on the Lakers Fast Break as well. Also, as well, I cover the world of the Lakers in the morning, and the morning Lakers latest. I do that every morning, courtesy of the Fan Arc Network. I also wanted to mention I will have that recap for everyone tomorrow, and some more thoughts than what we say just here tonight. So I'll have that for you tomorrow morning for your morning drive, morning breakfast, morning YouTube, what have you. That'll be on Lakers latest, wherever you get your YouTube as well. Of course, great to have you here. Again, I'm going to try and be as cheery as I can. I'm going to try and be as positive as I can. I know it's tough. I know it is. But whether we lose by 1 or we lose by 100, it counts as an L in the loss column nonetheless. But the Lakers certainly got a lesson. They got a wake-up call as they headed into OKC tonight. And this game, I think, was said best by Tough in our Discord. This game was over at the tip. And they were out-coached, out-planned, out-schemed, outplayed, out-hustled, out-rebounded, defensively, offensively, turnovers, missed shots by the Lakers, made shots by OKC. You name it. Everything went OKC's way. Early on, Austin Reaves, after committing a lot of turnovers, but getting 8 points, but several turnovers, hurt his back and he went out of the game, but he did come back. But at the second quarter, I noticed on after a play, Luka grabbing his right behind his left knee, near his left knee, right where you just right where the base of the hamstring starts, right in the back of the leg. Started rubbing that a little. Well, adding insult to injury or injury to insult in this case, with the Lakers already down by 9,000 for all of it, for intents and purposes. The Lakers also lost their MVP candidate, their top scorer, their top player, Luka Doncic, in the third quarter on making a drive and grabbed his leg and went down and is getting an MRI on Friday. So we'll see the extent of what that will be. But did want to go our thoughts on what's going to go on with Luca. But yeah, it is not looking good, guys. It is not looking good. But again, the Lakers were taught a lesson all game long as they lose 139 to 96. The Lakers right now are 50 and 27. They are now one game in front of Denver, still third place in the Western Conference. Obviously, a pivotal game this weekend for Denver as they face off against San Antonio. If they continue to win, the Lakers continue to lose, then obviously that changes things. But I'm going to say again, this is going to be just a bump in the road. We're hoping that Luca will be okay. He'll get the MRI on Friday. It looks like he'll probably be out at least Sunday at the very least. We'll see what happens. Could be out the rest of the season. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But I want to hear you guys out there say, yeah, I know. Good luck, Tough. Indeed, Tough, my friend. I'm just, again, you called it, man. You called it just over from the tip. And it's just one of those days. I mean, I know Craig and I were talking in the chat in the Discord, and he said he's never seen a beatdown like this. And he has seen more than anybody I've known outside of maybe Laker Tom, because he, as far as age is concerned, Craig has seen it all. And I reminded Craig that this was the way the Lakers beat down other teams in the 1980s. I talked about how Bronny and Czech Nevitt from the back days in the 80s were kind of the same thing, novelty coming out at the end, victory cigar type deal. This was what it was like in the 80s when the Lakers used to beat down teams by 30 and 40 and fans would scream Nevitt, Nevitt. This was what it was like. So all these years later, I know it hurts. I know it feels bad. I know it is. I don't want to say it's karma or anything like that. It just, I'm trying to go ahead and say this is one game. Let's just compartmentally put this to the side and see if we can still focus on closing out this season strong. This was a terrible loss. We do get OKC back for some revenge on Tuesday. Let's see what we can do to put some wins together to close out the season and cheer you guys up and give you guys some hope going forward. So again, I know it's going to be tough. I know SGA staked his claim and pretty much ensured his MVP status tonight. I get it. I saw it. It was an exhibition. Everything that went right for OKC did, and everything that went wrong for the Lakers did. And it was just one of those days. And I think hoping that the Lakers will be able to put it together. I'm hoping Luka will be okay. We'll find out the extent of it on Friday. But again, I'm not going to hear, I've seen you guys already just jumping off ship and whatnot. I can't blame you if you do. I can't blame your anger, your hate, your frustration right now, because that's the way I feel. That's the way I feel. But again, as someone who hosts the show, has hosted over 1,500 of these episodes of Lakers Fast Break, I don't want to sit here and tell you guys that it's all over and done from here. I want to see how Luka is. If Luka can come back sooner rather than later, obviously can give you guys some hope. Obviously can give the Lakers hope. But also, what can they do next Tuesday? Will it be the same thing as we saw tonight, or will it be something different? I'm hoping it will be something different. I want to keep positive. I want to keep the fact that it'll be a different day when OKC travels to Los Angeles. I'm hoping that on Sunday, Easter Sunday, the Lakers will take out all their frustrations from today's game onto the Dallas Mavericks on Sunday, a tanking team, and will whoever is available for that game is going to go ahead and punish the Dallas Mavericks and taking our frustrations out on them, and we can still stay ahead of Denver in the race in the Western Conference. Have I read 1984? Yes, I have read 1984. I'm not going to say anything about 1984 and how it relates to today, whatnot. But yes, I have read 1984 indeed. Yes, and I've actually watched the film. I actually watched the movie. It's actually a pretty good movie. Like this. Yes, it is cool, bro. It is. It is. Yeah, I did. I did send the link. You didn't get it? I'll send it to you again, Legend. Let me go ahead and send it to you again right now. It is, of course, the Lakers fast break. I thought I sent it to you. Let me go ahead and okay. I'll send it one more time. Let me send it one more time to you. It is, of course, the Lakers fast break. It is Gerald Glassford. Thanks again for watching and listening. Truly appreciate you joining me. Again, looking forward to hearing your thoughts. I'll get Legend back on the show here in a second. I know you guys are frustrated. I know you want to hear Joe ranted rave, John Costa, complain about what's going on with the Lakers and all that. And again, I'll go ahead and make sure you guys hopefully will be able to get a chance to hear them out. Legend will be able to give you his insight as well. Legend, I just sent it again. Let me go ahead and make sure. Let me know if you get it. So let me know if that's the case. So again, Arcarino, I know this sucks. I know this does. I know this does. This is the way the Lakers had beat down many a teams in the past. And this is terrible. This is our momentum, our everything that we had built in the month of March, everything that we had done, only 2 losses, 15-2, I believe, in the month of March. Luka Doncic, Western Conference Player of the Month for the second time. Luka Doncic even put on the all defensive team for the month of March. Things were pointing to such great, I guess, acclaim for the Lakers and such great momentum for the team heading into the season. And, there are some that are already spelling out the doom and gloom for the Lakers right now, as far as, like a record stop, like a record scratch, like it's okay, that's it, that's over for the Lakers. Again, I'm hoping that Luka will be okay. I'm hoping that the MRI tomorrow will prove that it's negative and just need some time off to go ahead and rest that hamstring. But it was a concern. I saw it in the second quarter. I also retweeted at Lakers Fast Break on Twitter that there was an issue with that. And you could see it clearly on Tuesday. He was early in the second half. He was kind of like reaching for the back of his leg. So I'm hoping that it's just a tweak and that he'll be okay and we'll be able to get, continue on when he comes back with some momentum towards the end of the season. But we'll see. We'll see. I will go ahead and make sure you guys get the message here as far as in the notes section on this channel, and I'll make sure to retweet it out as soon as I get the update on that as well. So again, it is the Lakers fast break. The Lakers unfortunately get pounded in OKC 139-96. Again, Legend, let me know if you get that link. Hopefully we can get you back on here as soon as we can. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts, guys. Come on. We got to be positive about going. Legend, I thought I sent it to you in the first half. I don't know what happened. I thought the link was already sent. I mean, because I already had it set up, so I don't know what.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what happened. You know how email is.
Well, it is, of course. Yeah, it is. Tell me about it. Legend, of course, is here from I Got Next Sports Media. Legend, great to have you here. Your thoughts? I mean, I think you've said before, use just as far as the term, just getting your butt kicked, and this was butt kicking. Whatever you want to say, whatever kind of vernacular or phrase you want to use, the Lakers, it happened to them tonight. They came into OKC and everything went right for OKC and everything went wrong for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Based on how this game started, it was a foreshadow of how bad it was going to get. This type of game, Gerald, I just got to say it. Just to be honest, they basically took them to the shed and just built the ass moment pretty much. I mean, it was bad. This was just an old-fashioned ass whooping pretty much. They pretty much ran them out the gym the whole game. And
when you pull out the ass and when you start using those type of words, you definitely want to get your point across. I hear you, my friend.
It's just I can't ignore how bad they beat them like that. Like
And it's developed well
it's,
deserved tonight. They just lost in every facet of the game. It's well deserved.
it's like you just basically you just showed up and that's it. The
Yeah.
Oklahoma made a statement tonight, letting what you did in March was nice and all that, but there's levels to this, and you're not at the table with us just yet. Go back to the kids table. That's basically what they just said tonight, and the fact that these guys almost scored 100 the first half, that just embarrassing. You can't go out here and lose like that. Like, is the Thunder's this good? Yes, they good, but come on, man, you got to have at least a little more pride in yourself. They beat you by almost 50 points. Like, that gotta be your worst loss, and God knows when at this point. And they blows you out not once but twice this season. They're 3-0 against you at this point. At some point, it becomes mental. Like, can you beat these guys? Like Denver Nuggets all over again. But this time it's a younger team. You can't turn the ball over like left and right like they was doing. And I hope Luka's okay. But I will say this though, if he's not okay, JJ, I'm looking at you on that part. You should have took him out the game about halftime. It was over.
Yep, that's what people on Discord were saying, Legend, and Juan Velasquez has it right below. Well said, Juan. Gerald, why was Lucas still in the game? What is JJ thinking? This is just not like playing the bench at all in the playoffs last year. Sometimes you got to protect the
yeah.
players for their own good. As I mentioned, Legend, we were watching Discord, and I said, in the second quarter that he was grabbing for his lower leg. He was tweaking, like
Mm-hmm.
something was tweaked. He tried to kind of shrugged it off, but he grabbed at it a couple times, and I noticed that, and I'm like thinking to myself, that ain't great. I remember last time he did that, he had an issue with his hamstring, and it was out. He was out for an extended period of time. Well, lo and behold, he had that. They had the halftime. Thought he could shake it off. Had some treatment done to it because they showed later on that he had some work done during halftime, right there, or right as we were getting ready to start the third quarter. I guess one of the trainers was trying to do something, work on it, what have you. But obviously, it's to the point where it was to no avail, and you saw him just go down like that in the third quarter. Again, I think at some point in time, if you understand what the parameter is and read the room, and this is again, that falls on JJ. We've been very praiseworthy of JJ and the decisions he's been making as of late. But at some point in time, you got to understand that you're down 30, you're down
Yeah.
35, you're down 40. Well, at that time, you're down 30 to 35 at that point in time. There is no need to go ahead and risk injury. I mean, in the first half, we also saw Austin Reaves hurt his lower back and he was out for a period of time. He went back to the locker room. He did come back. There is no need to go ahead and risk the injuries. That's a possibility. But again, all the fingers are going to get pointed and they're going to get pointed a lot at JJ in the coming days.
Yeah, I expect a lot of media like Nick Wright to bring that part up. It just this game was over a long time ago. I would say when they got up to about 40, should have won away the white flag. It's over. They already kicked their ass at that point. It's
I
over.
don't think they had gotten to 40 yet. They had gotten to 30 to 35 by when Luka, well, they had already gotten past 30. That we know, but they had gotten, I think, around 35 when Luka was out of the game.
At this point, when they play again, like I think they played on Tuesday night.
Yes.
When they play on Tuesday night, it's just pride at this point. It's pride. I don't know if you can win against them at this point. It look like you can't, but just play for pride at this point. Go out here. Don't let these boys run you out in your own building this time. Play for pride at this point. It's all pride because tonight you didn't just embarrass yourselves. You embarrassed your fan base, the city of LA. You pretty much embarrassed everybody all together. Like that was pretty bad. Like I haven't seen an ass whooping like that in a long time, and that one just that's hard to swallow on that one. Like they literally just told you there are levels to this, and it's not even comparable right now. So I mean, I don't know what to tell them at this point. But what I would be worried about right now, the biggest thing I'm worried about is probably Luka's injury, because if it's a calf, I wouldn't be surprised you don't play what's left of the regular season. And then I wonder, well, does it affect you in round one of the playoff? And Denver's on your tail right now too, so it's like it puts you in a tight spot. So you have to count on LeBron and hopefully what Austin Reaves had tonight ain't nothing big deal. You got to count on them to kind of hold the fort, get through these last couple of games, and just try to survive. Just try to survive and hold off Denver. But man, that's wild, bro. That is wild. Tomorrow is gonna be probably field day on national TV. I can say.
Yeah, they're going to rip the Lakers apart. And again, because as a not a Lakers fan, you know how the fan bases are in regards to the Lakers, and you're going to get no sympathy
Nope.
for and the Lakers fans don't ask for any because you're
Nope.
not going to get any from anybody outside of us. I will give you all the sympathy you want. I'm here for your therapy. I'm here for your venting. I'm here for you. But don't expect their friends that are 76ers fans or Knicks fans or Celtics
We
fans
seen
or
that on
OKC
Twitter right now. It's
yeah,
like
they're roasting the
they're
Lakers right
roasting.
now on social media, Twitter, what have you right now. So don't look there. It's just going to make your day worse. It's just going to make you angrier. And right now with all the things going on in the world, you don't need that. You just need to think positivity, things that might happen that could happen for the Lakers in a positive fashion. It's just, I don't want to use the Laker Tom vernacular legend, but it is one game. It is just one
Yeah,
game.
it's just one game. It's just one game. Just only thing bad about this game is that
And your
injury to
character
individuals.
is how you build upon that
Yeah,
as far as when that happens.
is that's the most important part coming out of this. Yeah, it was bad, but it's just one game. You just gotta learn from it, build on from that part. So what you can do at this point is either two things. You're gonna either crash and burn to the ground, or you're gonna get up, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, fight another day. It's the best you can do. At this point, it's all I can tell any Lakers players or Laker fans in general. That's all I can tell you. You just gotta move beyond this game. It's over. People on the internet, they're gonna laugh. Just take it. Take it like a man. Take your whooping like a man and keep going. You got another shot with them. At this point, just play for pride. It ain't over. It's just one game. But you got another chance to redeem yourself. You know.
JY, I can tell you're really angry right now and frustrated and pointing a lot of fingers at JJ. I don't know how you get rid of a guy that's won 50 games
Yeah, that's hard to
two
do.
straight years and has led just recently one of the Lakers' best months in their team history, 15-2. I know it looks bad. I'm not saying you shouldn't be frustrated. I'm not saying you shouldn't point the finger at JJ because you get your team prepared. And obviously, this team wasn't prepared. Obviously, this team had no clue going in, like deers caught in headlights. You wanted to see what it looks like? Well, that's what it looks like. You want to see what other teams over the years have looked like when they get thumped by the Lakers? That's what it gets looked like. It's not the worst loss of the season for an NBA team, but it damn sure looks like it because the fact that, again, the
There's the
Lakers
Lakers.
didn't show up tonight. I'm not making excuses for it, and nor am I. But I'm just going to say, JY, again, JJ has not failed enough as a coach for us to say, you know what, we need to move on from. How do you win 50 wins 2 seasons in a row and just say, you know what, I think we're good? You just can't. And Dan Hurley is this guy that's going to wave the magic wand that's going to make this team even better. I'm not sure that's it either. But again, if he's already manipulated the Lakers once for a bigger paycheck in Connecticut, why would you want to go back? Again, he used us. He used us to get a sweeter gig at where he's working now. Why would you want to go back to that? That's what I would ask. I don't have any ill will for the guy. Smart,
That was smart, yeah.
smart. But what could you do? I mean, seriously, again, it doesn't make it look good for us indeed. But also here today is good man indeed. He is here. Again, we will vent. You can vent with us. You can vent with us. It's okay. It is, of course, the guy that I think, who's it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. They were asking for your rants again. A guy that's here, Joe Soro Experiment, guy who covers the Dodgers and the Lakers, NFL, and more on his channel as well. Please like and subscribe. It is Joe Soro. Joe, great to have you here. Everything that went wrong did go wrong for the Lakers. A lot of fingers are being pointed at right now. You got a lot of frustrated individuals. I said at the beginning, a lot of people or just jumped the ship already. I don't want to say anything that's going to get them back. I'm just going to say, let's see how this thing plays out and let's see what happens on Friday with the MRI with Luka.
there's really nothing to rant about. The game was done.
Well, Tuff said at the tip, and I agree with him. At the tip,
Yeah,
it was done.
Definitely.
It was officially done at the 5-minute mark.
officially.
Yeah.
Or I should say unofficially. I just couldn't assess anything. There's nothing we could get out of this. It's easy to just say, well, okay, Oklahoma City's 10 steps ahead, but an injury would change everything. And that's what the NBA is now. And I just don't have any feeling on it. There's a massive hole in terms of talent versus Oklahoma City as well. You got a chance to see what a team that's fully equipped to do what they need to do is, and that's what they are. And San Antonio might be a year away from that as well. So right now it's Oklahoma City, it's San Antonio, and I'd say San Antonio is probably a year away from being even in terms of being a full throttle title contender year in, year out for the next probably 5 to 6 years. Unless there's an injury, which I don't really ever factor that into the discussion because you can't go around assuming or thinking, oh, well, someone's going to get injured. You just can't predict that. It may happen, but it may not happen too. The Lakers will be a little bit behind here until they are able to compete with that. They're going to need guys that can make shots and play defense like Oklahoma City did today. And that was without Caruso, by the way. That was probably their best.
Yep.
That was
out with an illness. Yeah.
That was without their probably arguably their best defender, at least on the perimeter. And the Lakers needed Marcus Smart for a game like this, but maybe they don't lose by 40, but maybe they lose by 30. I don't think it would have made a difference.
I don't think it would have made a difference tonight. They were just hitting it
Luka's
all
hamstring is I don't know if he's playing hurt a little bit just so he could. I know that's kind of rude to say that, but
well, he showed it in the second quarter when he started grabbing at it in that second.
And I've seen him go up and down the court for the last few months, and it looks like he's hurting when he runs. And if he is ailing in that area, then it's very likely that you're not going to see him again in the regular season. And I don't know, is it a grade 1? Is it a grade 2? Hopefully it's a grade 1, but hamstrings are a pain in the rear end, even at a grade 1. It's just not a fully equipped team yet to compete with the Oklahoma Cities and the San Antonios and maybe even the Bostons at this point. And that's it. It's not. It isn't really anybody's fault at this point. It's just they're not good enough to match up with teams that are stacked from 7 to 8. Would you say Oklahoma City's stacked from 7 to 8?
They're stacked beyond that, my friend.
Yeah. So I'm just giving them the benefit of the doubt and probably seeing that they're probably only going to play about 8 guys during the playoffs because rotation's shortened. Maybe
actually,
not.
No, they and Indiana both played 9-10 guys in the finals.
Yeah, and maybe that's what happens. Maybe that's what happens. And the crazy thing is these guys are going to get they're going to get a mid first round pick again at worst. If Clippers make the playoffs, they'll still.
Well, not to burst even more, Joe, but they have 2 picks right now in the first round for this upcoming draft as well.
Yeah.
15th.
So they're going to keep stacking and they're going to keep adding depth. And if they're going to be running 8 to 10 man rotations, that's the part where the Lakers have no shot. Because the Lakers are going to need some off seasons to get these players. I went into a complete. You guys wanted a rant, but I went into a little bit of a rant on Lakers ball, and the whole crew over there got on me because of Bronny James. That's where their head is.
What are they thinking now? Yeah, what are they thinking now?
It's just they're some of those guys are absolutely just dog shit. Not even confused, just dog shit. Delusional. Oh well, those guys that say, "Well, what would we have gotten in the second round?" And I can't type angry I can say a couple sentences, but I'm a vocal guy. I need to be, and I prefer to look at you in the face, but I never have that opportunity to talk to people in their face because people don't usually come and see me to talk to me to my face. I have to do it on here, and then here it's still kind of not really. It's still kind of disconnected still, right? I wasn't. The Bronny James thing came up because it was trying to explain why Oklahoma City has two-way players coming off as the ninth guy on the team. You have Isaiah Joe coming off the bench, looking like he's Bruce Bowen in his prime. We have Bronny James coming off the bench. I would say that's a considerable difference because you guys all wanted to be all warm and nice because, you wanted to get the, hallmark moment. While they're getting guys like Isaiah Joe and 15 different Jalen Williams who can play. And we're putting in Bronny
AJ
James.
Mitchell. They pick up a great trade to get Jared McCain. Yeah, just
it's the amount of, again, it's hard to say it through, and I try not to go off on there too much because I have a lot of those guys are my friends, virtual friends, obviously, and I don't want to mess up the moderators, and have them have to do stuff. I'll temper down, but it's the amount of stupid, and the funny thing is they think I'm stupid. That's the hilarious part about that. They think I'm stupid because I'm bagging on the fact that the Lakers were worried about father-son dances instead of getting talent in the second round because their dumbass is saying, well, he's a 15th guy on the team. I'm like, you stupid, dumb fuck. Can't you see he's in the fucking game? He's in a game against Oklahoma City that they're getting their ass kicked in. That was at a time where you're still trying to compete. It wasn't like it was at the 2-minute mark before that. Even then, it's like it's a mindset. What about Vando? Yeah, I can't stand Vando either. What else? They started mentioning some other stupid stuff. They mentioned Maxwell, what was it, Maxwell Lewis? Like, what the hell does that have to do with this discussion? Because they think I just hate Bronny because of LeBron. I go, it has nothing to do with LeBron. It's about the talent. This team needed talent, and you only get 2 shots in the draft, and you decided not to go see if you could find somebody. It's just mind-boggling to me, and this is the result. This right here tonight is the result of not having enough talent because Oklahoma City and San Antonio have a lot of talent. It's not just starting talent. It's off the bench talent. And when you're not doing well at the first 5 minutes of the game, you're supposed to get guys in there that are supposed to stymie the run, and you need talent to do that. You bring in Bronny James, who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He makes one shot every 5 minutes from somewhere. All of a sudden, oh, see, he made a shot. Oh, this is what he's, it's like, it's in plain sight, guys. That's what it is. You can't bring Vando in there. He has no basketball IQ to save his life. Bronny can't play in the NBA. And if you think that sitting on a bench at the 15-man bench, we need 7, 8, 6, 4, and 8 and 3 guys. Okay, we're not looking for 15 player on the teams. There's not enough talent, and then the one guy that actually has perimeter ability to play defense and hit shots on a timely basis is not playing. And it didn't help that our center, kept bumbling the ball either. Something that we've been worried about. They got their ass kicked, not just getting their ass kicked by getting scored on. They got bullied, and they kind of went into a fetal position like immediately. And this is the second time they've done this. This isn't the first time. This is the last time they played Oklahoma City. So the question now is, we know that Luka is not going to be there for the next Oklahoma City thing. So that's going to be a blowout too. What do you do if Luka doesn't recover? The hamstrings don't recover quick. So unless it was playing possum, which could have said, look, screw it. I'm just going to, my leg was hurting already. I'm going to go sit it out and just kind of hang out a little bit and wait for the next time. But even with that, it doesn't matter. This team is I think has peaked. They beat the second-tier teams, and there's a lot of second-tier teams and third-tier teams and fourth-tier teams. But then there's the first-tier teams. You have Boston, you have Oklahoma City, and you're probably going to say, you could say San Antonio at this point. It's very hard. It's going to be very hard to beat those teams right now. I'm not dogging the Lakers. It's just a simple fact that the talent isn't there, and they've done their best with what they've done, and it's at this point, it's all you can ask for. And the only way that gets leveled out is if somebody gets hurt. If Wembanyama gets hurt, if Shai Gilgeous gets hurt, then at that point, all bets are off. And that's not just a talent issue; that's a psyche issue. If those guys bow out, a lot of times, you think that the team can get by, but the psyche kind of gets in the way and say, we don't have Shea, we don't have Wemby. How the hell are we going to win? That could play a factor in that, even though they still have more talent than the Lakers in a lot of ways because of their depth.
Once again, it is the Lakers Fast Break. It is Joe Soro along with me, Joe Glassford, and legend from I Got Next Sports Media. The Lakers unfortunately get thumped. They felt the thunder today, 139-96. Legend. I want to go ahead and say 805 says we lost because Luka scored 12 in the biggest game of the year. Tony also said, your man Tony early on, I remembered one of his comments early on was that if Luka doesn't score 40, you don't have a chance to win against a top team like this. Your thoughts when Luka is not, because he wasn't effective, because he's the first quarter king. He scores more than anyone else in the first quarter in the NBA, and he wasn't feeling it early on before the injury. If that happens and he is not feeling it, how much harder is it for the Lakers to win these games against these type of teams?
Well, it's going to be extremely difficult unless AR and LeBron can give you 20 plus or something. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult, man. This is when you need that depth. This is when you need to have between 8 to 10 guys you can trust, and you just don't have that right now. You don't. Your depth is just not there right now, and it showed tonight. Luka can't give you that major play that you've been seeing the last month or so. You in trouble because AR, he usually struggles against physical teams like this, so no shocker that he struggled. At this point, you're hoping LeBron maybe gonna rewind the clock, and then if that doesn't happen, then you probably gonna lose. This is probably gonna be a long night, and this is what happened when you just don't have good depth. This is something you need to work on this summer. Get you some depth. You want to win a championship? Get some depth. You cannot rely on 6, 7 guys to do it. It's not gonna work. That is not gonna work. You can get your ass ran out the building like you did tonight. Go get you some depth. That'd be my main number one priority this summer is find you some good wings, athletic wings, get you some depth. Go get it. Right now, you don't have it. Luka can't score 40 every night. He can carry every now and then, but you shouldn't have to do it all the time. You shouldn't have to.
Fight on, Trojan. Josiah in there, my friend. How you doing? Again, everybody, truly appreciate you joining us. Steinbauer, Doug, great to have you here. Jays, JY, Tony, YYC, Arcarino, great to have you here. Great to have everyone here. Again, we're here for you on a day like this. We know you're feeling bad, feeling down. Again, try to enjoy and think about some of the great things in your life that you've got going for you. Do not take it out on people on the street as far as the frustration goes. It's a bad day. Chalk it up as a bad game. It's a loss. We need to move on. But Joe, to tell you the kind of grumblings, because again, as soon as we got you, before we even got on the air, they're those rats are jumping off the sinking ship in the comments. But I can tell you the frustration level right now, because I reached out to the Lakerholics. I asked them, are you guys doing a show this weekend? Because the fact that, I would love to advertise it for them on this show. Yeah, the only answer I got was from El Rob. He said, no, I can't. Impeccable timing, Gerald. And I'm just kidding when I say that, but I can't make it to, this weekend. But no one else is stepping up to play because I can feel the frustration. You can sometimes, Joe, in our chats, you can feel the anger and frustration even when they don't say anything. And I can feel it now in the chat and everywhere. The Lakers fans are frustrated. They fed in, they bought in, they were really committed on this Lakers team going a long way. And I said on the Stefano Piscano podcast that I was on, I said everything would have to break right for this to happen if the Lakers go on it. But it did give the Lakers confidence. It gave me confidence for the first time this year leading into this game that the Lakers could do something possibly if everything went right in the postseason. After this game, I think it's clear. Unless something changes, unless Luka gets healthy, and unless an injury, as I stated before, to SGA or a Wemby or something like that happens, the Lakers are going to find it really tough in the postseason.
Really, the beginning of the end was the fact that Luka wasn't hitting any shots at the beginning of the game. That was pretty much when he missed his fourth three. I said, this is it. They're not going to win. You just knew. He needed to drop 20 in the first to probably get this thing at least balanced. LeBron would have had the energy to go the way he goes. And we saw again what Reaves is when he faces elite athleticism with talent. It's not his fault, guys. It's just he cannot play against guys like Jalen Williams and Isaiah Joe. These guys are athletic freaks. You guys are used to seeing NBA players play a certain way, and maybe you don't pay attention to those things. But Austin Reaves is limited athletically, and when you're limited athletically, you are limited athletically and then limited in terms of fundamentals as well. So there's things that certain players on this team don't do in terms of fundamentals. Now you have to worry about them there. That's why Kobe was so great. That's why Kobe dusted AI, T-Mac, Vince Carter, all those guys that were his contemporaries, because he got so good. He got so good at doing the fundamentals and having the athleticism. He didn't have the Vince Carter elevation. He didn't have the length of T-Mac. He didn't have the speed of AI. But he didn't need all that in terms of its top-notch ability. He just needed a piece of everything, and his work ethic and his determination and his killer instinct. And that's why you got, in my view, the second best player that I've ever seen play basketball. When you don't have those things, then what's the next step? Well, the next step is getting very, very, very good players around maybe one, especially with the way the system is now, one elite player, and then a couple of bigs that can handle some business, which Chet Holmgren and Hartenstein can. This team is perfectly constructed to do what they're doing. It really is. And they had to go 7 last year twice to win the championship. That might be the parity that's in the league. It also might be the fact that it was the first time they really kind of found themselves, and they were able to get past a couple of games where they were able to make it work. They're going to be judged after this season. If they go through this next run, I'm talking about Oklahoma City, and they go 4-1, 4-2, 4-1, 4-2, let's say. That's a pretty dominant run then at that point. Then it would be a back-to-back championship. That solidifies you. When you repeat, you are solidified. Not that 1 isn't, but 2 means that you are an all-time team. Not a dynasty. You'd have to three-peat to be a dynasty. And even then, I've always kind of went back and forth to that in my own head, because three-peat is a hard thing. I know it's justified, but to me, dynasties have to go like at least 10 years, and they got to win in that 10 years. 10 years is a nice chunk. 10 years to me is a generation. So when you talk about a dynasty to me is some team that's going to win, let's say, 4 championships and be competitive for 10 years. And that's that. So Oklahoma City, I believe, barring any major injuries, on their way to do that. San Antonio is on their way to do that. The Celtics have been on their way of that. They've been good since 2020, maybe even a little bit before then. So the Lakers have not been that. They hit a skid in 2022, and they haven't been able to get away from it. They acquired Luka last year, and they're kind of getting themselves better and better. Certain guys are getting better. Certain guys are doing well. You have Luka, who's a megastar, but this team needs reinforcements. They're gonna have to build a team to defend against Wembanyama. You're gonna have to get bigs to defend that guy, and that can be athletic and can bring him out away from the basket. Otherwise, you're never gonna beat him if he does indeed stay healthy and become the star that we all think he's gonna be. And then you got to have good wing players that can shoot. It's the Isaiah Joes, the Jalen Williams. If the Lakers had Jalen Williams and Isaiah Joe with Luka, and then let's say even just a Hartenstein, not a Chet Holmgren, just a Hartenstein, you probably would see a completely different team. And I'm factoring in that with Austin and LeBron there. Imagine how that would work. That would be a championship team. And those guys they're not superstars. They're perfect stars on the perfect team. That's what those guys are, and that's what the Lakers need. So because you can't rely on the Laravias, you can't rely on the Ruiz. They're too deficient in too many areas. They don't hit shots all the time. They'll play defense sometimes. They'll not play defense sometimes. It's just not. They're not talented enough. There's just not enough talent there.
Yeah, I feel bad for Laravia because he
tried his ass off. You can.
Yeah, but SGA abused him tonight,
he did.
and I felt
he didn't even.
It was not even a close match.
Yeah,
it was unfair.
Like he was trying. Yeah, he didn't even look like he was trying. He was just running right around them the whole time, and he was busting his ass. He was trying to crash the boards. He got some rebounds too, and he did some stuff. Got on the ground, so good on him. But you could see it. Laravia, Reaves was trying his butt off to try to do stuff, and I saw. You start to see Austin Reaves playoff Austin Reaves when you start seeing them play the elite teams.
And he hurt his back in the first quarter. If you
right,
remember.
These guys, you get hurt more when your heart and your brain hurts. It's psychological sometimes. You can actually psychologically get hurt more. I notice this a lot in football when there's a team that's destroying another team, it always seems like there's a major injury that comes out of it from the team that's losing. There's this defeat. It's almost like a precursor to the defeat. And then your body kind of gives out when your mind gives out. And that's what that is. It's unfortunate, but it's a learning moment for what's coming. What's coming is eventually the Lakers are going to get this right, and it's going to be a pretty crazy Western Conference run here, I'd say, in about a couple of years, because I think the Lakers are going to be there with Oklahoma City and San Antonio, and it'll be similar to what it was when the Lakers were playing Portland and Sacramento in the West, where they were and even in San Antonio. So you remember the early 2000s? One of the things I always try to explain to people that weren't around at that time, I used to tell them, I go, you have to understand competition matters, okay? The Lakers and Shaq and Kobe three-peated. They had to beat those Portland teams, the Sacramento teams, and those San Antonio teams. You're lucky. It's hard if you just have to deal with one team that you have to go through. You remember when Bird had to go through Dr. J every year?
Mm-hmm.
Every year,
Dominique.
Right? Well, Dominique was great. Don't get me wrong.
Didn't he have a 50-point game though?
Yeah,
against the Celtics in the playoffs.
Atlanta was formidable, but
am I correct on that, Legend? Legend, are you there?
Yep, I am. My bad. I was watching something. My bad.
He got mesmerized by Joe, but I was just asking because to bring it back to Joe. But I was asking if Neek in the playoffs against the Celtics I think he had a 56-point game against them in the playoffs. But he were talking about what Larry Bird and the Celtics had to go through with Bird and Neek and all that. Go ahead, Joe.
So Bird had to go through Dr. J at the beginning of his career, and he lost those series and he won those series. Then he had to deal with Detroit. The Lakers, they had the Dallas Mavericks. They had Utah one year. They had Milwaukee. No, Milwaukee was in the were they the West at the time, weren't they? Maybe not.
Milwaukee.
The point is you had these. It was a different league then. You only had 23 teams at the time before 88 and 89 came when they expanded. And these guys all had to deal with one or two teams. Shaq and Kobe had to deal with three teams. It's going to be again like that. But you have to be ready. You have to build to that. You have to get ready to try to win championships with Victor Wembanyama being there and Shai Gilgeous and Oklahoma City being there. You can't. You have no choice. You're gonna have to go get real, like, big talent. You cannot miss in the draft. You got to get really good, really quick in the next couple of years if you're going to take advantage of Luka's prime.
Stefan, I'm not asking that. Bronny was not the best player. Did you see how in that first half how he was in his brief time out there, and then the second half when he started out, turnover.
It's pretty bad how this is not a Bronny Laker thing. Actually, it's the fact that society has become so stupid in its ability to not see what needs to get done. That's why things have collapsed. That's why quality of things are garbage. When we used to grow up hearing that this is how it starts. When you see stupid shit start and you think it's nothing, that's just him or that's just her. Well, when you validate stupid in fantasy, when you validate it, they earn money for being stupid or being delusional. Like all these dumb fucks who are saying that we never went to the moon, like, and the earth is flat. Like, when you validate those people, you can say whatever you want, but when you validate it, you are gonna start, it's gonna start seeping into real stuff. So when I'm sitting there talking about Bronny James, everyone is so stupid and fixated on me hating LeBron and Bronny. They're not paying attention to the fact that I'm like, I don't fucking hate LeBron and Bronny, you stupid idiots. He doesn't belong here. He doesn't belong here. This team needed talent. Well, it was the second round. You stupid fucks. Jokic was a second-round pick, and he's won 3 MVPs. Manu Ginobili was a second-round pick. He's a Hall of Famer. What are you talking about? This team had no other way of acquiring talent because of the salary cap, because of rules. So when you have an opportunity to bring talent in, you got to bring the best talent available at 60, not a fucking Make-A-Wish Foundation situation. How is that hard to understand? You don't have that luxury. And the thing that pisses me off is they could have drafted somebody and still got Bronny to do his little dance. Why did you have to draft them? Why? Well, guys, here's the results. This is the result tonight. And it wasn't just tonight. It was the last time they played Oklahoma City. And the last time that they quit playing against San Antonio. Because you don't have enough talent. You're running Jake LaRavia out there, killing himself. He's not talented enough. It's not his fault. It is what it is. Austin Reaves, very good player. But Jalen Williams, Isaiah Joe, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will run circles around him, laugh at him, dunk on his ass, and then go back and give him more. It's not his fault. It's just what it is. So what do you want me to say? Oh, good old buddy. Yes, let's hope for the best. Let's all be positive. Fuck you. How about that? You like that positive? Fuck your positivity and fuck your good feelings. I am done with that. And I've really never been about that anyways. But I'm done listening to it. This is about results and talent and getting the job done. I'm a fan of the LA Lakers. I want my team to acquire talent and to try their best to win. If they don't win and they have all the talent in the world, we criticize it because maybe someone's not working hard. Maybe somebody's not always available. Maybe someone doesn't give a shit. Whatever. But if they're playing their asses off, and you can tell if you're watching, people, I know a lot of y'all don't watch. A lot of you don't really watch a basketball game. You're just watching the ball. You're not watching what a DeAndre Ayton is doing. You're not watching what Bronny's doing or Laravia's doing or Rui's doing. You're not watching those guys. Sometimes you got to watch what the player's doing so you understand why. In this case, the mistakes that Rob Pelinka and this team have made in the draft has cost them a lot of depth. Because if you'd had 2 or 3 guys that were viable, you're not getting blown up by 40 twice or 30. You're not. You have Luka, you have LeBron, you have Austin Reaves. You still could have kept those guys with all those draft picks. Instead, you got JHSs. You got Bronny in the second round. You got a dude who we don't know what the hell he's going to be. It's too early right now. But the point is, you had 3 or 4 years now to acquire depth, and you really didn't. You just didn't. And this is the result. You're not going to be able to beat the elite teams without depth. And not only do these teams have depth, they are 10 deep. You're doubly screwed. You not only have to get depth, you have to get maybe an extra guy to be next to that. Oh, no, we need to go and, he's the 15th best player. What difference does it make? I mean, seriously, I would have punched that fucker in the fucking face just for saying something stupid like that if he was in my presence. And, of course, people don't talk like that when I'm talking in person. You know, they'll be a little bit more calm. And maybe I'd be a little bit more calm because I don't want to, mess up the whole room. But it's such stupid commentary. Like, why am I even arguing with this fucking idiot? Like, he doesn't get it. Oh, you just do it because you hate LeBron and Bronny. I'm like, I hate you. That's who I hate. I hate you. I don't hate LeBron and Bronny. No one made Bronny didn't make anybody draft him. Their dumbasses drafted him when they could have maybe gotten somebody who could help depth-wise. You never know. The whole Cam Whitmore thing. I have to explain that the other day. Oh, see, Cam Whitmore didn't amount to shit. I go, that wasn't the point, you moron. The point was, at that time, he was the best available player. And they got someone who didn't even need, he shouldn't even been drafted. He should have went straight to China from Ohio State. I'm sorry, Indiana. Sorry, Ohio State. You see the difference? You see how we're not criticizing Rob too much on picking the best player available, even with Connect, but we are complaining that Connect turned into shit too. A lot of time, this stuff has levels. You got to pay attention. But we live in a world where everything has to be on one side and everything has to be on the other side. As soon as you don't like something here, that means you hate everything they're about, why they exist, why they live, why they're a human being, whatever. No. You have family members that you love and they do shit that you hate. Friends the same way. It's no different. It's the same analyzation. It's the same fucking thing. Just because Connect turned into a bust at this point, I'm not going to criticize Rob Pelinka for picking the best player at that time, but at the same time, he got another bust. Now, JHS is a different story. What the fuck were you thinking drafting him at that spot? That one is straight up. And then if Cam Whitmore hadn't worked out, well, he was the best player available, and it didn't work out because he sucks, or the team sucks, the coach sucks. There's a lot of variables to sports, man. It's not just one thing.
Podziemski was still available, and he's still playing in the league right now.
Those things. The reason why I don't use that, or Triple J in Miami, the reason why I use those guys in that discussion is because I didn't know enough about those guys to say, well, he missed out on it. I wasn't there saying, I'm sorry, UCLA. Out of UCLA in Miami, sorry. I didn't know. We didn't know, really. But I knew of Cam Whitmore. I knew him from Villanova. I saw him play. You take a shot at someone that athletic, and maybe you can tap into his brain, and maybe he works out, especially with the team that the Lakers had at that time. They needed athleticism off the bench. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it didn't work. But instead, they drafted some guy wearing a felt green jacket at his draft day. That's what the fuck they got. He was dressed like a fucking, what are those ropes at the strip clubs? Gee,
the velvet ropes.
Vegas has everywhere. What was it?
The velour.
I don't know what the hell. I always forget the name. The ropes, the velvet ropes.
The velvet ropes, yeah, the velvet ropes.
Yeah, there you go. It
Velvet.
doesn't.
Yeah, you're right, Velvet.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work when it doesn't work. It's as simple as that, right? You are what you are. It doesn't work when it doesn't work. And the Lakers have been playing phenomenal basketball. Luka has been playing amazing. LeBron has been playing amazing. And a lot of these guys have been playing hurt too. I think Austin's been hurting everywhere. But the issue tonight, and it'll be issue in a few nights as well as once the playoffs hit, and hopefully everybody's healthy though, is they don't have enough ammo to play against Oklahoma City at its current construction. And it looks like it might not happen against San Antonio as well. So if I had to put a button on this little rant that I had now, I wasn't planning on having a rant, but the boys wanted it.
It's about a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, that's fine.
I would probably put it on your lower echelon.
It is. I completely was calm coming in here. I was not going to do this, but the crowd wants it. You have to give them what they want. So the Lakers are probably, if everybody's there, Luka's good and everybody's good, I think they're going to get out of the first round, and I think they could be competitive with San Antonio because San Antonio is still a little young. But I think San Antonio takes that, and I think San Antonio and Oklahoma City are going to be fighting for the title. And then if everybody stays healthy, I don't see anybody beating Oklahoma City, including Boston.
Once again, it is the Lakers Fast Break. It is Joe Soro, legend from I Got Next Sports Media. And, of course, John Costa's here as well from Lakers Corner. Please go ahead and get your 3 minutes.
That's not true, YYC. Those guys are I've been with those guys for 10 years.
Yeah, that's how I found him.
This is the first time I went off, really, on a lot of these guys. And there's a couple of guys that have kind of been under my skin just because they're contrarians, dumbass contrarians. One guy made a comment, just a stupid comment about the guy in Chicago. That pissed me off. Called him a piece of shit. And I'm like, why is he a piece of shit? Like, why would you call somebody a piece of shit because they have beliefs in certain things? I bet that if it was on your side, if the stuff that you believed in, you'd be like, hey, you're a champion. You're a hero. Yay, right?
Wait, who do they call a piece of shit?
Jaden
Ivey. That's crazy. Calling Jaden Ivey a piece of shit for standing on 10 toes for his faith is insane. You're the piece of shit if you're calling him a piece of shit.
There you go. So the point,
I'm not going to.
Right. The point is,
disagree with
hypocrisy. Hypocrisy is liars. Hypocrisy. Liars.
He didn't have to say those things, and he deserved what he got.
No, hell no, he didn't deserve what he got.
He deserved what he got. He deserved
Anthony Edwards said 10 times.
If you don't like what he said, that's on you.
That's on you. And again, if you don't agree, that's on you.
The NBA shouldn't be doing that gay shit anyway.
The point is,
again, he said his opinion, and if he wants the repercussions, he got it. And
if he had done something else that somebody likes, and that's the stuff that I always get backlash on. I said, oh, okay, so you think he's a piece of shit. But if he had said, I like to go bounce with a bunch of kangaroos in Australia, and it's illegal, you'd be all, hey, he's a hero. Yes. Good for you.
He said what he said. He deserved what he got, in my opinion.
That's crazy. So then John Morant should be out the league. Anthony Edwards should be out the league. There's so many more players that should be out the league than two.
Well, because he's a player right now that's also – he's not out of the league. He was already going to be a free agent anyway. He was already going to be a free agent. He'll come back. I mean, there's a guy that exposed himself to a female reporter that is
Gerald, they are against Alabama? The Lord, Gerald. They don't want to see those that are servants of the Lord prosper. He's just speaking truth, and he's going to continue to stand on it.
Again, that's his opinion. Keep it to himself.
That's not, you don't need to keep it to yourself.
Again, in a public forum like that, he just, again, I just, how you live your life is how you live your life. I understand it, but his words and his way he said it with such hate and such malice. Again, it's.
Did you hear Anthony Edwards? I won't even say the word, but did you hear Anthony?
I know he said. I know what he said.
Okay, cool. So I just want to know.
Well, hold on. Jaden Ivey is a free agent. If he's out of the league, then he won't get signed by anyways. I have a feeling he'll be signed at some point. So I don't think he'll be out. He was going to be a free agent anyways, John. It's not like, and he was already injured and out for the season.
Free agent or not, though, Gerald, you shouldn't be getting dropped for saying your beliefs. You should not get dropped.
I think this would be a little bit beyond, but
if you don't like,
a little bit out of
beyond.
I'm going to state for the fact that I think this is a little bit beyond that.
Here's my best Joe Soro impression. If you don't like my beliefs, fuck off. Like, go fucking cry me.
And if you don't like mine, you can do the same as well.
And it's unfortunate that it's fucking Adam Silver making these dumbass things. Again,
it's a detriment to the league, John.
No, it's not. It's not a detriment to the league.
It makes the league look bad. Obviously, it's fine for you, but it's a detriment to the league.
It makes the league look bad, Gerald. You're right. It makes the league look bad, not doing the same thing.
It makes the league look bad when he shouts off against.
It makes the league look bad when John Morant does the same thing, when Anthony Edwards doing the same thing, but the same repercussions don't happen.
Bad.
You're right. It does. It makes the league look really bad.
Made Chicago Bulls look bad, and they disposed of it.
That's an L for the league, unfortunately. Because
again, Jaden Ivey will return. Those players again.
He will.
Okay,
he'll return. But I'm not even
the anti-Semitic comments that Kyrie Irving made, and again, he's still in the league. He'll be fine.
Hey, great
Jaden
point
Ivey
right here.
will be fine. Jaden Ivey.
I do think he'll be fine though, Gerald. But my point is
he'll be fine.
It's just it's a bad look on the league for not giving the same repercussions to people who do similar things. But real quick, shout out to this guy right here who this is a great thing to bring up. I don't even know how to pronounce this person's name.
Did Mark
Jackson again? And he never did. He never got another job because he stood on 10 toes of what he believed on. So,
well, have you heard Mark Jackson and his analysis? Would you give him a job?
Hey, come on. He was doing
Alex Caruso. Why is Alex Caruso starting in this game that the Lakers clinched and got a world championship off?
Hey, though, he was doing
right there. Should tell you everything that you needed to know, John, about Mark Jackson as a coach. Right there with that comment. Right there. It all stops right there.
Funny, Gerald.
Yeah, that again. When he said that, that's like full stop right there, because that was the dumbest thing you could probably say on national television with a big crowd watching was that, and the Lakers proceeded to go ahead and win the 2020 World Championship. But Legend, let me get it to you. I've been trying to get JY to rephrase a comment that he made. He was asking you to comment on about. I didn't understand the first part of it about LeBron Miami part of it, but I do know the second part was that obviously getting athletes along the perimeter is something that the Lakers need to do, as we've seen that the Lakers were defeated at every part of the game today, defeated in every facet of the game, but obviously getting better talent. This team, I think you got a glaring look today at the fact that there's a talent gap. There is a gap between the Lakers and OKC, and I think you clearly saw that today.
Yeah, you definitely saw that, and in the first 5 minutes of the game, you pretty much noticed it right off the bat. I mean, Miami Heat LeBron James would help tremendously tonight if you would have had that. Probably not still going to win the game, but you wouldn't have lost by damn near almost 50 points. So it would have been a much better game for sure. Probably would have lost by maybe 15 or 20 something if you had that type of LeBron James here. But hey, one man can't win a game by itself. It takes a team to beat a really, really good team, and hey, he couldn't do it by itself. What you really need is depth. You need some really good depth. You need to really look in the off season to find a lot of good depth to go on your bench, so you can have some more than 1 or 2 people you can trust off that bench. You need to really do that during the summer, and you need to find some athletes to. You got to get some athleticism. And then the last thing I would definitely say, I feel comfortable saying this. No, don't give Austin Reaves that max. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Damn.
No.
Hey, shout out Sports Baby. Sports
Baby
agrees. NBA that gay.
Man, that conversation just got a lot louder. By the way, John, it was Josh Primo, if you remember him.
That dude was.
But the Clippers, they picked him up. I think it was like a year later after he was waived by San Antonio. So again, if you've got enough talent in the league, he'll be. Well, he has got an injury anyways. He wasn't going to play the rest of the season anyways. And if they were looking for an easy out, they got it. And I'll just.
That's a bad look on your business.
Well, again, it's a bad look on.
It's not a bad look on Jaden Ivey. He's still on what.
Again, you think one way, I think the other way, and I'll leave it at that. But again, here's a guy who, of course, showcased his skills. Was it a message to Joe Soro that he put that on video? Joe has no clue. That's the thing. That's the best part about it, because he needs to watch your channel, which is Lakers Corner, because John, put a showcase on. I don't know if Legend you caught it as well. I think Legend you saw it. Did you see it on Lakers Corner? The John Costa basketball showcase.
It's because Joe already know. He already know I'm a bucket. He already know. Go check it out.
Gets buckets.
Go check it out.
It's there. It's a one-on-one. I'll just leave your comments there, please. If you watch it, please leave your comments below. It is, of course, John Costa. John, good to have you here. The Lakers didn't show up tonight. They got out coached. They got out prepared. They got outplayed. Defense was terrible. Offense was terrible. Turnovers right from the get-go. Shooting. Everything that could go wrong went wrong for the Lakers tonight. And on top of that,
from the beginning,
first quarter, Austin got hurt with his back. And we saw in the second half, Luka out with that hamstring.
Yeah, that shit was terrible from the beginning, like from the rip. You know how we sometimes talk about how basketball is such a game of runs. We'll dominate the first quarter, they'll dominate the second, third, whatever. There was no runs in this game from the beginning. They just absolutely came out and punched us in the mouth. And you know what's crazy though, Gerald, is that like early in the game, they were pressing us at half court. They were making sure the first 3 minutes, Austin Reaves had the first 3 turnovers, which is insane. But the most insane part to me though, Gerald, is in the third quarter. I even wrote this down here for my 3-minute recap.
By the way, Drip Show wants to do a one-on-one, I guess.
Oh, Drip Show, I'm with that, brother. Let's do it. I'd love to come out there. But you're gonna have to come to California. That Arizona weather is insane. You're in Arizona, right?
Where?
Arizona weather.
California.
Okay. I thought he was in Arizona because I know him.
I could be wrong. I
went to Arizona together.
I'll give you his email if he needs.
Anyway, listen. I was gonna say this. I wrote this down because this shit is fucking insane, guys. Third quarter, okay, we were down. The score was 633 to 102. For those of you that do not do math very well, that is a 41-point deficit. Okay, so that means OKC were up by 41 points. And they were still fucking picking us up at half court and with Isaiah Joe, Lou Dort, forcing the ball out of our hands. I was like, damn, this right here is what a fucking...
That's called the Nick Saban method.
Right? Just foot down your throat until you die.
Right on the jugular.
Yep. Just
nickel up 48. He's still yelling for nickel.
Just keep going. Left. Fuck yeah. Well, whoever Nick Saban, he's an Alabama coach, right? Or some shit like that.
He was. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
He was
the goat.
Good for him.
And that's not hyperbole, by the way. He is the greatest in my view.
Shout out fucking Nick Saban then. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Oklahoma City Thunder.
Soundboard there, Gerald. Put the whatever thing on.
The what?
Never mind.
I think you wanted something. But anyway, all right, whatever, guys. Yeah, they were popping us and still beating us. So yeah, shout out Nick Saban. They were doing a little bit of Nick Saban shit. And then Trojan Lucas set for his MRI tomorrow. So we're gonna see.
He's got to play one more game or he won't qualify for awards.
Same thing with Anthony Edwards, who got the bad news as well. So you
guys, can I ask you guys a question? And you guys tell me if
no.
Okay, I'm asking it. It's just because you said no. So I do think that Luka felt that, right? I do think that like it was like, ooh, like it was a little bit.
He grabbed it in the first half.
No, I know he grabbed it in the first half. He grabbed that in the first half. Do you think how much of that do you think was also like a risk management situation? Like I know he's been grabbing in the first half and in the first quarter, but how much of that when it happened in the third, him realizing like, damn, like I can't throw the ball in the ocean right now. We down by 500,000. We not touching back in this game. How much of that do you guys think was risk management versus just like absolutely like I can't go?
Like sometimes, well, I talked to Legend before you and Joe came on. I said it's just about sometimes you have to tune out what the player is saying, what's the best interest. And when he grabbed it in the first half and was grabbing it multiple times in that first half, you got to say to yourself, you know what, I'm down by 30, John. And JJ has got to say, you know what, I got to think of the best interest of the player, even if he got work on it just before the start of that third quarter. I saw that. Everybody, they show the footage of that, but that doesn't matter. Again, you're down by 30 something against the best team with the team with the best record in the NBA. Your odds of winning are practically nil at that point. It is not in your best interest to go ahead and put him back out there if you feel he is in any way, shape, or form could be hampered long term. And I I would want to know why JJ. I'd have if Joe was there, or me or there, or we're there at asking him. I don't ask why. Why would you put him back out there when you know he was already hurting already, Joe?
Yeah,
Trying to win the game.
part of me thinks that it was.
You're down by 35, Joe.
Yeah, that game was over with pretty much.
I saw Kobe and Shaq come back in the fourth quarter down 27-1.
You're down by 35 against the best team in basketball right now, record-wise.
Yeah.
You just talked about for an hour and went on rants about how this team is the depth and the quality of the teams, and then
So
you just
basically your decision is to quit, even with all that.
Oh,
right?
my decision is to act in the best interest.
I
of the
think
team.
Gerald should change his middle name to.
I think Joe should just put his middle name into hypocrite, because you're being a hypocrite right now, Joe. So you're just.
I don't care if you're getting blown out. You don't quit. Still play.
Okay, so then tell that to Luka and tell that
Don't
to the
call me
Lakers
hypocrite.
fans. Now, how big is his injury?
I will slap you in your sleep.
I will slap you back.
Uh-oh.
Come on. I will slap you back.
Well, snap and get my water bottle.
I send you Christmas cards. You know my address. So there you go. I will slap you right back.
He needs popcorn.
Smack you in the ear
No
while
one
you're
is
sleeping.
scared of you. You're all bark and no bite. Go play with your friends on Lakers ball and tell them, because they're all scared.
Play
of
with
you.
people online. What are you, crazy?
Well, it sounds like
Joe,
it.
you
on
play
Lakers
with people,
ball.
Joe?
No.
Joe, you don't look like the type of play with
Oh,
people.
that's right. Well, you do call it this. So again,
Play
Joe,
with people.
a lot of fingers are being pointed at JJ. It's just that simple. So
Dude,
you
it's
have let
one
him
game
up there
that he got
already
his
knowing
ass
he-
whooped. What do you mean point his fingers?
already knowing that he was already holding on to his leg in the first half, already knowing you're down by 35 to the team with the best record in the NBA, but you would keep him out there. I just want to hear that again from your mouth, because you said it.
No, just quit. Yeah, you're the guy that's.
Well, you're obviously not.
10 minutes left in the
showing your
game.
intelligence
Hey,
right
you
now.
should sit him down. You should sit him down. All you want to do is sit everybody down.
No, I just said it right now. No, see, you're paraphrasing and generalizing. You're making an ass out of yourself in front of an entire internet
It's
audience.
just a little coke. What's the big deal?
Hey, just a little cocaine.
You're just and you're acting like an idiot in front of everyone, because again, you just talked about the talent gap between these two teams.
Just
And then
because
you're
they're
just saying-
talented doesn't mean you quit.
So
You
you
understand
want to
English,
put out
or
a
I gotta say
player
it in
that
Spanish?
you know is already hurting and
Spanish, say it in
injured
Spanish.
out there in the second
Yeah, I
half.
don't want to say it.
Okay. Thank God you're not the coach of this team, because that's pretty dumb. That's just that's one of the dumbest things you've said.
Just
in
keep
many
sitting
years.
everybody down, Gerald. Your whole life, everybody's going to
I
sit
didn't
down
say
10
sit.
minutes
No,
earlier.
see, you're generalizing and paraphrasing. You're incorrect as always. You're
No,
incorrect
no,
as
you're,
always.
You're the guy that loses a game and then runs everywhere and says, I won.
Paraphrasing and you're generalizing and you're making an idiotic ass out of yourself.
No, you
on
think that's
YouTube.
what's going
He
on.
said
I'm
he
not
ain't
doing
got
it.
no nipples.
Okay, you're an idiot. Acting like an idiot. You had a great rant on Bronny, but whatever great rant on Bronny that she had, it's like negative tenfold with your dumbass statement right here. So you go ahead and leave an injured player to go out there, already knowing that he's hurting, down by 35 against the best
Everybody's
team.
hurting this time of the year.
Oh, everybody's
He's
hurting.
injured,
Okay.
then don't play him.
So he grabs the back of his hamstring, and that's nothing to you. Okay, that's
Convenient
good
that he did it in
Good
this
to
game,
know.
isn't it?
That's
Why
good.
didn't he do it in the
That's-
Cleveland game
that's
then? Was he
good
hurt
to
then?
know that
He's been running the same way for 2 months.
He grabs the back of his hamstring, and that's okay.
Why did it happen tonight then?
Joe, you said you watched the whole game. It didn't
I
seem
did.
like you watched the whole game.
I did watch the whole game.
Then you would have noticed him hurting his hamstring and grabbing his hamstring in that first half. But you didn't.
Okay, let's sit everybody down. It's okay. Everybody needs to
I didn't
rest.
say sit everyone down. I just said sit Luka down. Your star player, the key to your future for this postseason. I just asked you what the possibilities, but you obviously, despite the fact that many of the people in the chat would have sat him down, but you're generalizing because you're just saying it to me.
No.
Yeah, yes, you are.
I hear music.
Because you are. Because you're acting like an idiot. I love it when you act like an idiot because it just shows people exactly how you act.
Yeah,
on a
you're
regular basis.
confused.
And then you go on Lakers ball and you argue against people. And again, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's correct. Like you said about Bronny, I agree with you on Bronny 110%. I agree with you the fact that this team doesn't have depth, but you go on a rant about the depth of this team, the talent level of this team, and then you say you should just leave out your injured player to go out there and
that ship has sailed. Ah, come on, Jeremy. You know Jerry has no chance.
I'm winning. I win every argument. I win every argument, Jeremy. It's great because I
won in your own
win
head.
every argument again.
You've won 0 arguments.
If a guy is hurting, he's going to leave him out there because it's quit. It's quit.
Old Yeller time, baby.
Again, Joe is coming out here acting like an idiot, and I win every time.
Yes, I would.
I win every time.
I paid $7 million.
Overreacting. 805, check the comments out. 805, read the comments. Read the comments. A lot of people are pointing the finger.
I agree 100% with 805 _ Chargers.
No, you're not. No, you don't. You don't get the liberty to do that right here and right now, Joe. Because again, you called yourself out for being an idiot because again, you love to put injured players out there knowing they're already hurt. And you because you think that they're going to come back with an injured Luka at 35 points down.
Yes, they would have come back if he would have stayed.
Man, I didn't realize you were dumber than you look, but you are certainly dumber than you look, at least tonight. Legend, I got to bring it back to you, my friend. Once again, the Lakers do win. What was the score? It was 139-96. The Lakers again, still a game in front of the Denver Nuggets. How concerned should you be if you're the Lakers fans right now with Denver really only having one tough game left, and that's against San Antonio?
Honestly, I will begin to sweat a little bit because I'm going to assume if it's a grade 1, you probably won't see Luka the rest of these games. That's low. That's probably over with. Luckily, you got some easy games. Quote unquote. Should be easy. But the fact that you still have to play Oklahoma again, that could be another loss possibly. And Denver's like right there with you. It's almost like now you can't afford nothing to happen at this point. So I would begin to sweat a little bit, but still got a very good chance you'll lock up the 3 seed. But I would start to sweat some, knowing that he's out. I have no idea what's going on with Marcus Smart. That's another one too. Not sure what's going on with him. But I wouldn't feel comfortable right now. You shouldn't be. Because they're on your neck. And their last couple of games for Denver are pretty easy. You can't afford to lose against any of these should be easy games. Obviously, the one on Tuesday, I have no idea what's going to happen in that. But if it ends up being another loss, then you can probably get ready to hit that panic button that they're on your ass unless you can hold out and get through these last couple of games. But I wouldn't be comfortable right now. You feeling pressure right now. It's there.
All I'm going to say is this to compound the fact that I just won this argument again. Joe just agreed with 805, and 805 earlier in this chat said Luka was faking the injury, and I'll just leave it at that. John, and by the way, you turned the mute off to actually speak into the microphone. I just want to let you know.
You're muted, Joe.
Say
that one more time, brother.
Just waiting.
Oh, did you mute him, Gerald?
Oh, I haven't done anything. That's all Joe. He just didn't turn his mic on.
He thinks he wins every argument because he goes.
I know I win every argument. That's what I think. I know I win every argument. You disagreed with the guy who earlier in the chat said Luka was faking his injury. You just agreed with the guy that said he was faking his injury. That your credibility.
I agreed when he said you lost. I didn't even see
No.
that
You
comment.
agreed with 805.
Instead, you're doing your little Kermit the Frog thing, whatever the fuck it is.
You're changing your words
Not
around.
paying attention. People could be wrong in another comment
calls you
and
out
be right in
and
another
get
comment.
You in the trap. You try to go ahead and
going,
change your words around. You change your words around. No. I called you out. I got you, and I got you good this one again. I love it, man. Every time. See, Joe thinks he has up everyone, but when somebody gets him continuously,
All right, guys. I think it's a good place for us to wrap it up. Then
he absolutely hates it. He hates
it. It doesn't affect
he
me
hates
at all.
the fact that I'm always running up and
You've never won. Ever.
I always beat you.
And you'll never win.
I'm
I'm on
undefeated
level
against
1.
you, Joe.
All the
Undefeated.
time. You're on level
Every
18.
time.
Like,
You
you got no
Undefeated.
shot.
Undefeated.
No shot. You've never won one.
Victory, Gerald.
0.
Woo-hoo.
Victory in your own mind.
KO. Yes.
Victory in your own mind.
Yes. Flawless victory, Gerald. Flawless victory.
See?
John, let me bring it back to you, my friend. With the injuries to both Luka and Anthony Edwards, right now under the system, I believe that both do not qualify for the MVP, which again is along with the bashing of the Lakers that you'll hear from every national media outlet tomorrow. Also will come the argument about the 65 game rule for all the postseason awards and all. Well, most of the postseason awards, because I think Rookie of the Year and a couple other awards you don't need 65 games. But your thoughts on it? Is the perspective changed because what happened to Luka, or was it there all along? I've never asked you that.
What on the rule?
On the rule,
that rule is fucking. I was gonna say
that
rule is not very smart. That rule is not very smart at
why
all.
so?
I just think 65 is. I don't know, man.
This is not an issue. Don't say it from the fact, from a media or an ownership or a player standpoint. What about from a fan's perspective?
Man, I just feel like. Actually, no, I don't know. You know what?
When you pay your hard money to go see these games, you hope to see the stars.
Exactly, right? That's exactly what I was going to say. So it's like when you say that, Gerald, like I actually don't know because, when you think like, all right, if you play 65, was Legend leaving? All right, Legend. Either way, leaving, brother.
Appreciate it, Legend. Everything.
Fellas.
All right, bro.
I got next week media, everyone.
Yeah. So like I was saying, I feel like when you have these fans that are coming, they're playing like paying their hard-earned money, like then shit, like we actually should expect more than 65. But my only thing is that it really just tarnishes these players' legacy because that's really all it does, right? Because then you have a player like, let's say Luka Doncic doesn't meet that requirement, then he's not available, or he's not like going to even be allowed.
Even with the suspension game, I still think that would have him out because he's at 63 with today's game, I think. So I think even with the suspended game, he would still be out. I may be wrong on that. So let me know in the comments, guys.
So again, I just say all that to say that, like, I just think it's I just think like that's stupid because then that really tarnishes a player's legacy. But at the same time, I also can hear what you're saying, though, Gerald, on the other side of like, people paying good money, and you want to see people play all 82 games in a season. But at the same time, I don't know how realistic that is anymore.
Is he at 64? Because when I looked earlier, he was at 63. If he's at 64, then that suspension game, obviously, that was the reason. Thank you, Black, if that's the case. Appreciate it. So, Joe, I want to hear your thoughts on the 60, because again, I know the collective bargaining agreement is not your friend, and I think a lot of reasons why is that, you know what, and I will give you credit. A lot of the things that you've said about the CBA are valid, but when it comes to the 65 game rule, I mean, I've been with you guys I was with you guys for that for a while, and then I saw a game in Miami that Jimmy Butler sat out due to illness. Yet he came out after the game and took pictures with fans after the game. If he was ill, why would he be doing that? So I'm just, from a money perspective, it's the owners, players perspective. It's about the players. I'm just, when you come to a 65 game rule, is there any part of that conversation about the fans who actually see the games and what they would like as far as what they would say, Joe?
It doesn't look like fans really care. The fans that go to these games, maybe it's always been like this, but they're not really invested in the game. They're invested in themselves being as part of a story of going to the game. When I go to a game, I don't selfie myself. I'll do a video of this court or the field, just because I always love the way it looks, and it's a memory stamp, so that down the road I can say, oh, what date did I go to that game? Okay, I gotta go check my Facebook. Boom, got it.
I'll ask for an example. How much, you don't have to tell us a dollar amount, but how much was your recent game at Chavez Ravine as opposed to last
So
season?
my cousin got a box, and I hadn't been in a box there, so it was kind of cool when he told me, "Hey, you want to? I'm going to be in a box, and everybody's going to be there. They're going to
I've
have
seen them. They're nice.
the waiter and all that." So I'm like, "Hell yeah! What's it going to take?" It was $250 for the box, which isn't far from. It's pretty much the same price I pay for behind home plate when I'm by myself. And then I think I dropped $60 on drinks for myself. That was it. Everything else was free. It was just alcohol that was money. So $310, and I got a chance to no parking. Obviously, that was part of the package. There was 6 hours of hanging out with my family and some friends, and being in the box for about 4 hours, and then enjoying the game. And coincidentally, I ended up seeing that was technically the first time you heard Timmy trumpets at Dodger Stadium. I wasn't expecting that. I was really excited, and I actually recorded that part too. But when I'm at the game, I'm there to watch. Usually, I'm not buying food either. Dodger Stadium has gotten good in terms of getting stuff that I usually like. Like I love the flaming hot sunflower seeds, so that kind of keeps me busy when I'm playing or when I'm watching. I'll get a drink, like a soda or maybe a beer if I'm with somebody, like Drip Show when we went to spring training. But more often than not, if I go like at just a random game and just go there, just go watch, dude, I'll go there, sit and watch the entire game. I won't even sit up. I won't even go to the bathroom. It's all premeditated too. That's part of why I don't drink, because I don't want to go to the bathroom. I don't like missing anything when I'm at the ball game. I stay the entire 9 innings or however many innings it is. Those days, I don't know if it matters anymore for these. Maybe the Dodgers, because they do care about their fans. But in basketball, I don't know if anybody really gives two shits about the fans anymore in terms of the executives, the commissioner, players, definitely. So the 65 rule was put in so that they can force these guys to play. But I don't know necessarily these guys really give a shit about that either. Some do, most do, like the great ones, because that's part of their greatness statistics, the great statistics. But I guarantee you, if they put a 65 game rule in there that's tied to supermax deals and extra guaranteed deals, you'll start seeing those fools playing 70, 80 games, and you'll never see any problems, because guess what's going to happen? They're going to start getting into different types of rehab to make sure that they're ready to play, because their agents will be on their ass going, your ass better get in the gym, your ass better get to therapy and be ready for this game, because you ain't going to cost me money. That is what will fix that problem, because these guys don't give a shit about winning. Very few people have in the past, but it's even worse now because they're making so much money. And when you do that and you enable them to not play, they're children. You keep stretching that leash, they're going to keep going other places. These guys, basketball players, are the biggest like babies because they're so needed. One basketball player can make a difference on a team. Baseball, football is different. You need so many to make it work. Basketball, if Anthony Edwards did what's his name did, it wouldn't have been big news. And if it was, it would be shoveled underneath the table.
Because he said offensive things in the past as well.
I mean, this to me, there's nothing more disgusting. And
things
you guys know this.
That people have found offensive, I should say.
Well, I don't even know if the word offended for me is the question. I just think he's a piece of shit because he does what he does off the court, and then you hear noises about how he's a deadbeat. And he's accepting of being a deadbeat by throwing money at it. And to me, when you start doing that stuff and children are involved, I have zero respect for you. I don't have any respect for you.
I'm just asking when it comes to the 65 game, because as the price gets more expensive, like for instance, next year for Lakers fans, they're going into, and it's substantially larger, Joe. So again, when you're paying that kind of money, should there be some type of expectation you should be seeing players play?
The fans have not said anything, and we're still watching. Mm-hmm. So there is no one for them. It's just us complaining and still giving them money and time.
Well, I'm just asking. That's why I'm just. And again, I was thinking much in line of okay, it's. I'm just staying out of this conversation. But John, when I saw
It
Jimmy
was
Butler do
affected
that,
though.
that affected me as far as how that.
There has been some effect. The fact that they're not going to be able to raise the salary cap. When was the last time that happened? Probably
Joe,
2020,
Joe, I
right?
like your idea about the the supermax thing. Because yeah, I agree. I feel like a lot of times, sometimes like players just like intentionally sit out. Some players, I don't think some players aren't built like that, but I do think some players like intentionally sit out. And if you put their money on the line, changes.
Yeah, it would work, but of course the NBAPA would fight it, but then they'd lose anyways. I don't know why maybe the owners don't give a shit either. The Tiger Woods thing, real quick. It's been very sad to see what's happened there with him. There, people are making fun of him and dogging him because he's Tiger Woods, and this guy is in pain. This guy's literally in pain, and he made a lot of mistakes, and maybe he alienated a lot of people. And this is the life that he's living. It's the part of life that I've preached so many times. You cannot live a fake life. At some point, somebody's going to call you out, one way or the other.
My mom
Be
always
real.
told me my whole
You
life.
see Charlie Sheen, guys. You see how Charlie Sheen lives his life.
He wilded out
He never hit anything.
by winning. I'm not bipolar. I'm by winning. Joe, my
That
mom
doc on him is really something.
My mom always told me my whole life, a lie will always run to the end of its rope eventually.
And that's where you'll end up being on that rope, because you'll hurt yourself, because a lot of times it's the people that are close to you that you're lying to.
So let me bring it back to John here as far as for the Lakers.
Come see us again on our next TED Talk.
There you go, absolutely. I'm just waiting for the one-on-one matchup between you. I want you to check out John's one-on-one game he had. He's got it right there on Lakers Corner, Joe.
I like that.
I think it was a message to you. I think it was
video.
a message to you. I think it was a message.
Joe, no, it's not no message. No. I have a.
We're dropping right and then boom.
Come on,
left
Joe.
and got to the basket.
Come on, Joe. See, Joe recognized game. Joe know I hoop for it.
I was like, damn, man, you had that guy going, oh shit.
You know what's crazy though, guys? I try to tell him, like, that's one of my friends. He lives in Chicago. He swore he thought he could beat me. I'm like, Garrett, bro, I'm telling you, like, I really fucking do this hoop shit. You can't beat me. He wanted to put money on the line. And I was like, Garrett, I don't want to take your money. But I ended up having to take his money. He wanted to put money on it.
That's how they learn a lesson.
And he wanted to record it. I was like, bro, I'm gonna have to embarrass you. He
didn't even guard you. And he said he put money. He put money.
He put money on this, Gerald. We played.
I'm putting money on the line, John. I'm face guarding you.
And you're still losing. That's the thing. The first game I won 15-5. Second game I won 15-4. Come on, I'm just like that when it comes to this hoop shit. And of course, Black over here hating, but Black won't ever take his pussy ass out the comments and actually come play. We all know you're a hoe, Black. You type behind a computer, a little keyboard thug, keyboard warrior. Can't be stressed about a keyboard warrior. Black. If I played you, it'd be like 15-0.
Yeah, that LO doc was. I tuned out probably halfway through because I couldn't stand that fucking twat that he used to. And the sad thing is that lady was, I guess, taking care of him, and I just still didn't like her.
Who, Chloe?
Whatever her name is, I don't know. I just her voice made me want to put my. I had to I fast forward a little bit, thinking that she had a small part in it, and then I kept seeing her in it.
Was it Heidi Fleiss? Excuse me. Was her name? Heidi Fleiss.
Chloe Kardashian, the one that took care of him?
I'm talking about the LO. Oh, I thought you were talking about the
LO, not Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's the other bunny ranch.
Yeah,
the one in Vegas.
I think Heidi Fleiss lives out there in Coreupt, or I think last time
I'm sure she does.
Yes, I'm sure she does.
Well.
Yeah. Well, John's been out to Coreupt. I actually drove by.
I've been out there. I was on a 3-day training for.
Did you just say I went to the bunny ranch?
No, I said John's been out to Coreupt. I have driven by Coreupt on my way from Reno. That's
you are hella funny.
It is.
I told the story on here.
It is. Yeah, you told it. Yeah, but you already told that story.
Yeah,
you didn't know what you were walking into.
I did not know what I was walking into.
There you go.
Shit was wild.
Yes. I mean, if somebody asks you what does naive mean, just tell them that.
That exactly right there.
Yes, there you go.
I did not know if I was getting into.
Oh, YYC's
YYC.
asking for your player comp, John.
Shit.
Here we go.
I mean, shit, Michael Jordan, LeBron James. I mean, shit, whoever, bro. I mean, you go watch the game if you want. Yeah, Sports Baby, we show one-on-one. Black does not stand a fucking
posted
chance.
Footage, about 16 minutes of footage of the 1954 NBA Finals.
Ooh.
Of the Minneapolis Lakers against the Syracuse Nationals.
Wow.
So the Syracuse Nationals, in case you guys don't know, is who the Philadelphia 76ers used to be.
Wow. That's interesting news. See, I love coming out here and getting some history lessons.
So the Lakers have played the Philadelphia 76er franchise 6 times in the finals and beaten them 5 times. They're 3-2 against the Knicks.
So John, let me get back to you before we close it out. As far as what,
I did. Joker. That's exactly where I trained. Front side. Sorry, go ahead, Jared.
No worries. What can they do to regroup for Easter Sunday's game against Dallas?
Shit, figure out what's going on with Luka. I think that's the number one thing we got to figure out, because
now we won't see him throw up 90 against Dallas in Dallas.
Right? Exactly. Might not be able to see him throw up 90, but
Joe just leave.
I think maybe. Hope you're good, Joe. Oh, there he is.
He's come back there. Okay.
Anyway,
what happened?
Anyway, yeah. Shit. I mean, we got to figure out what's going to happen with Luka first. Then we can go from there. I do believe somewhere in my heart, or I want to believe that somewhere in my heart. Again, it was a little sting for Luka, but it wasn't as big as it actually looked like. It was more of a risk management. And look, we're down by like 1 million points, and we're not going to get back into this game. And shit, I can't throw the ball in the ocean right now. I might as well lay this one out.
That look when he pulled his jersey over his face.
Exactly, right? I'd like to believe he's trying to play the role. I'd like to believe he's trying to play the role.
805 is saying he was faking it, so.
Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. The Lakers can't play defense like my friend. That's true. He could not stay in front of me.
So
anybody who get in front of me can't stay in front of me.
So any final thoughts, my friend John, before we head on out? And I go ahead and I'll toss it over to Joe next. But what are you doing at
check me out, guys?
Besides dominating
Lakers corner. Besides dominating on basketball corner. My men's league team is 3-0. So hopefully we win a championship this year again. But anyway, check me out, Lakers Corner, 3-minute game recaps. Check me out on Instagram, Lakers_corner. TikTok is Lakers Corner 24. But besides that, man, I appreciate you guys being here. It's always fun in the chat, even when we have people like Black in the chat who are keyboard warriors who will never come play me in person.
JSJ talking out of his ass.
What did JSJ say? JSJ, hey, he said acknowledge me. What's up, JSJ? How you doing, brother?
I'll kick you out. How about that?
Come on, guys. You guys can't play with Joe like that. Joe's a real one. Don't play with Joe. I think, hey, Gerald.
Yes, sir.
You're a legend, Gerald. But if I had to do a line, I think that Joe would beat you in a one-on-one in basketball.
Oh,
I'm 56 years old. If he can't beat me, I'm going to go ahead and never let him live it down. When I was 26, it was a much different story.
Okay, but I'm still number one in the hierarchy. I got Joe. I got actually Mark.
Think so.
I want to see Mark hoop. I feel like Mark got that little left jumper on him. He looked like he had a left hand.
I don't think if you would have seen me in my mid-20s,
okay,
I think you would have not been so. But again, 50. If you're not beating a 56-year-old man now, then
it's a problem.
Shame
You're right.
Shame on you.
When he was 26, he introduced himself as hello.
Oh, I would go and I just played. I balled every single day, and then I would go down. When you go play, okay, the best place to go, John, go down. There's places in East LA. I would go ahead and direct you to.
Okay,
the most elite places to play in all of SoCal.
Let me know, Gerald.
We're talking about ex-college players, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah.
That's what I need. I need some good competition.
That's where I, when I wanted to go ahead and feel where my ceiling is at, or it's like, okay, yeah, that's where you.
Brother, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but if I recorded this one-on-one with Black, I'd probably get arrested for fucking molestation.
No,
The police
JSJ,
would
I
be
don't
like,
play.
this isn't even fair. You can't do this. You can't embarrass this guy like this. The score would literally be 1,500-0. Black would not touch the ball.
I was
would-
well noted for playing defense, JSJ. I will just leave it at that. But again, it is the Lakers fast break. Go ahead and make sure you catch John on Lakers Corner. His 3-minute report, he puts a lot of work into it, so it greatly appreciate you doing. And then Arcarino was asking you, Joe, what you got next? Because I know you were thinking about tonight for a.
I was, and then things got kind of late here today, and I didn't wanted to, it's a basketball day. If it was the Dodger day, I might have been able to kind of go in between, but I will see this weekend likely that I will do a show probably right after the Washington Nationals series, because I have a very good feeling that there's going to be a lot of content when I'm hearing Ohtani is going to be on a flight to Toronto on Sunday.
Ooh.
So there'll be a lot of dialogue on that beginning of the week.
Sports baby, they're 4-2. Why are you so mad about them already? Gosh.
Dodgers pissing me off. Well, I mean, their offense looks, I know it's just 6 games, but geez. Their offense, it's not just 7 games now. Their offense has been trashed since July. How the hell did they win a World Series? That's the only reason why I haven't really been pissed. I'm like, okay, well, they've been playing like this and they won a World Series, and they dominated up until they got to the World Series. And even then, they were still up 2-1 after 3 games. They ate shit at home for 2 games, and then they won 2 miracle games there. And baseball is the most random sport in the history of sports. I thought soccer used to be. It's not. Because if you look at soccer, it's still Brazil. Italy not being around is really weird, though. But it's still Brazil. It's still Germany. It's still you got the same, let's say, countries in terms of the World Cup that are there, Argentina. So, but in baseball, man, it's just weird. It's just weird sport, man. A weird sport. I can't a back-to-back in baseball at this point might as well be a 4-peat. So if they 3-peat, it'll be like having a 5-peat. I can't. How am I gonna get upset? If it's
foreign teams, sports baby. It's just it's early.
I can't in good conscience really get upset, even if they don't win it this year. Baseball teams do not 3-peat. It is so rare. Okay, there's been no teams. The NL, the National League, has been in existence since almost the mid 1800s. They've never 3-peated. The World Series started in 1903. The National League has never 3-peated. At least in basketball, there's been a few on each side. Football, Packers 3-peated at least when they were Curly Lambeau, before they had Super Bowls and stuff like that. And then, of course, the Packers of the 60s, they won 2 NFL championships. Actually, they won 3 NFL championships in a row. 2 of those added to the Super Bowl too. So that's it. Like that's what that is. NL has never had it. So if the Dodgers 3-peat, it's the first time in the history of the National League that a team has 3-peated.
Well, hell yeah, Joe. I'm happy that.
Go ahead. Okay.
No, he was just talking about the Dodgers. Hell yeah, Joe. Well,
we ain't in Mexico, bud.
Yeah, we're not in Mexico, y'all. This is America.
This is America.
America.
Apostrophe at the beginning of it.
America. I love that. Well,
so,
put this win.
That's my baseball comment for the day.
But are you coming back? Our Carino was asking when is.
I'll be back probably this weekend. Yes.
Okay.
I will let you guys know.
Happy Easter. Happy Easter, everybody. Jesus has risen. Shout out to Jesus Christ. Thank you very much for everything you did. Good Friday.
Happy Easter to everyone. We'll be out here. Are you going to be there?
What time's the game on 4:30 or something like that? I should be here. I'm just going to church in the morning.
Yes,
So
as do I. So yeah.
Americans are different, Mark, because we're not controlled. There's been a control propaganda that's been going around, and it's been going on for decades. But we don't get controlled here, bud. All
Yeah.
that stuff you guys got to deal with in Australia. We don't. We tell the cops here to go sit down.
But you know what? Unfortunately, they don't do. I mean, I guess Australia does, what we don't do is free healthcare. We should have.
I don't want anything free.
Okay, sounds good.
I don't want anything for free. Free is the first step.
Well, you know what? Actually, I don't want to get into the whole thing. I won't say free healthcare, but I'll just say I do think it's crazy that like somebody could get like fucked up, and like your options are like you gotta like keep in the back of your mind like, fuck, if I ride this ambulance, I'm fucking screwed. Might not be able to pay this. The whole different situation. No, but anyway, yeah.
You want the best stuff, Chris? I'm talking to somebody else. You want the best stuff? You pay for it. You pay for it at the beginning.
I like that.
It's just not. If there's no other free stuff, is dangerous. I'm not talking about free meals or a ticket to a sporting event. No. I'm talking about life stuff. Life. Do not risk your life for anyone. I know everybody can't do this because the world wouldn't function, but you have to be very careful of putting your life in somebody else's hands. So if you're working for somebody, make sure you work for somebody who values what you do. And if not, you better go and work your own value behind it. Like if they're not giving you benefits, if they're not taking care of your health care, dude, you guys got to invest in that. The amount of money that you'll spend on trash your whole life, take a little bit of that, put it somewhere where it matters. Trust me, you won't miss it. And then it'll be important when something happens and it's there for you. So, yeah, but yeah, in America, Mark, you'd have to live here to understand it. We don't, what happened in 2020 was everybody says it was a test. I don't think it was a test. I think it just exposed the morons versus the ones that weren't morons. Somebody's going to try to control you. They're always trying to control you. That's why people love dogs. People love dogs because they can control a dog. And a dog will be controlled, and a dog will still love you for being controlled.
Hey, I've never heard.
When somebody fights back, that's when they get pissed off. Oh, look, see, Yeah, I know you're scam. I don't give a fuck. No, I'm gonna go do my thing. All right, I got the constitution of a bull. I'm just using something from some of the Soprano things that
Costa.
My crew said over here.
You said Costa though.
Costa too. I grew up with a lot of Costas,
Hey.
a lot of Portuguese Costas.
Hey.
The other thing is, my immune system's a machine. Okay, I don't get sick. Getting sick is a waste of my motherfucking time.
Oh,
I don't got time for that shit.
Hell yeah.
So call it mental, call it whatever. I'm not near people anyways. I work alone. I'm by myself. I'm in the office by myself. I'm in the warehouse by myself. I'll talk to a few people here, talk to a few people there. I'm in the car half the fucking time anyways. So why the fuck do you need to tell me to go put a fucking thing on or do all this shit? In America, you can do that. They'll leave you the fuck alone, especially when you look like me. No one wants to fucking be around me. Half the fucking people I meet, they'll go the other way. It's good. That's the part. That's the best part. That's the best part. They do the job. I don't even need to do anything. I just exist. And that way. I get my shit done. No one bothers me. I make a couple calls. Boom, boom, boom. Take care of this, take care of that. That's the life, baby. That's how it is. Freedom. It's all freedom.
Oh, yeah,
Run the time, cars, activities. If I want to go have a drink at 1 p.m. in the afternoon on a Tuesday to go hang out with my cousin at his restaurant, like this. It's that simple, guys. That's why I'm happy all the time. You guys noticed that, haven't you?
Oh yes, you're so happy, especially when you go on rants about Bronny. Yes, you sound so happy.
I hear music. Have you guys ever been to Hawaii?
Bronny coming in to a game like Oklahoma City.
Well, don't worry. Mark was in your place, and he said everything that I think Yeah. I
See-
just don't know. Again, these Bronny supporters. One thing that you and I can universally agree on, Joe, is these Bronny supporters. I just don't get it. I don't understand.
The thing is, they lose focus on what I'm trying to say. They think I don't even know this guy. I don't hate him.
El Rosto thinks we need to extend Bronny, and I seriously hope he's kidding.
When it's a clear cut understanding of the difference and the gap that you have because of bad decisions. It's a reminder, and I'm just trying to let you know. Just like Astros fans who get happy that now it's 9 years later when their piece of shit team cheated, I come in out of nowhere and remind them that title is really ours. You guys have to cheat. You barely won.
Two of them, actually.
Huh?
2 titles should be the Dod. There should be 2
in 2018. But I give the Boston Red Sox, as much as I can't stand that franchise, I give them a little bit of a break because they did give us Mookie Betts for a couple of used cell phone covers.
Who was managing, Joe? I will just go back to you. Who was managing that team?
Joey Cora?
Well, yeah, I mean, because tying into all the stuff that was going on.
Oh, I know, but see, Boston again. My thing is they gave. Boston traded.
They give it and they take it away. So yeah, okay.
Boston at least gave us Mookie Betts, and by the way, they might have given us another good player. He's in the minors right now. So there's a little bit of, I guess. All right, well, Mookie got us 3 titles, 3 for 1, I guess. We'll take it. But again, it's still a good day. It just sucks that the Lakers finally kind of hit that wall where they're like, shit, maybe we're not as good as we thought we were going to be.
Yeah, let's just don't one day not ruin a really good run for the team. One of their best months ever, 15-2. So let's, again, there's still the rest of the season. We don't know what's going to happen with Luka. We'll find out. We'll go ahead, report it. I'll put it in the notes for the channel. I'll put it on Lakers Fast Break on Twitter. Speaking of the channel, just wanted to mention, if you guys are a subscriber and you're in the continental United States, on the last day against Utah on the post game, we will go ahead and, if you're in the continental United States, give one of these to you, courtesy of El Rosto and my man at Trip Show Shop on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok as well. Go ahead.
Carino, here's my message to the kids about Tiger Woods and Puka. Tiger Woods, I don't like seeing this. I don't like seeing what's going on with him. But it's a reminder to be. It all started with the bad decisions he made with his family, and it seemed like it never went away.
What did he do with his family? I don't keep up.
Well, the infidelity and all that while he was trying to portray this family guy to make money off his. Yeah,
he was.
He was fucking hard, not Gerald.
If I'm gonna be selling home improvement magazines with the family,
Waitress
you better be about the family.
The best one, John. Did you remember the one in the restaurant, Joe?
Which one?
The waitress in the restaurant.
Yeah,
that he picked up on. Yeah, it got.
Wait, what happened?
Groovy with in the restaurant. So.
He started fucking in the restaurant.
The one that's the most popular is the porn star, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He left a message to her.
He had a list. Yeah, he was a major hound.
As far as Puka's concerned, there's been some rumblings with him and his inability to make coherent statements about just anything.
Is he entering a facility or what?
Yeah.
Is what?
Yeah,
what
what happened to him?
Yeah,
he said some anti-Semitic things, but I think it's something else also.
Oh my god, the world is so soft nowadays. I don't know what he said, but
I think
I would look at the context of how he said it.
There's just I don't know. I'm maybe this is just me, honestly, but there's just nothing that another human being can say that I'm like, oh, you hurt my feelings. It's your words. I could give a fuck about your words. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but
I don't think you're wrong. You're just probably not as sensitive as 99%
there's just
of the
nothing
country.
that no one could say to me. It's just like it's your words. The fuck.
But there are not everybody's built like you, John. Not everybody's made in that shape because there's sometimes somebody can say things that deeply affect others.
That's insane. You are so soft if somebody's words are fucking you up. Like, what do you like? What the fuck? I don't know.
Well, a parent to a child, you know, those are, if they say things to a child. Those
Yeah,
are
a
things
child.
that,
Jared, we're all grown though.
but I'm just using that as an example.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah, if kids are an exception. But I'm just saying if you're and again, I've had people call me the craziest things, and I'm just like, okay, like you really think your word is gonna get me out of character? That's crazy. I don't care about
The
you.
calling
Only my
the
mom.
calling people names starts at the home. I remember when I was a kid, you'd hear things the kids would say, and now that I remember, when I'm around my kids, I don't say the same things that I probably say with the boys. And even then, even with the boys, there are certain things I don't say. Like I'm not dropping N bombs in secret, right? I'm not dropping Mexican words in front of my
He
guys.
said,
Like
"I'm not
that's not something. The only time the N bomb is dropped is when we're talking about a menace to society and we're repeating lines like shit like that, right? So the context and setting will factor into that. I have friends who say words and whatever nationality they're in or whatever race, and some don't like it. They don't want to hear the word. Some are okay with it. Some are not. The big name lately for me is the tortas because the Dodger season started and there's been a lot of talk about the tortas, right? And of course, half the people I've been saying that to have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. So I'm like, I'm talking about the food, the tortas. Well, why are you saying it like that though? I'm like, oh, it's just kind of a joke, but they don't know that.
They don't know what you're saying, do they?
Because and Jeff protects LA. I'm probably Jeff loves his city, right? I don't dislike LA, but I don't like LA at the same. I don't like the people who run it, and the people in LA don't like the people who run LA. But he lives in a different area, so they're a little bit more, I guess, protected from that because they don't go over there. But my thing is, all that stuff's a program to get offended and to say things and to be a part of something. It's like, look, I relax. If you're not a piece of shit, I'll get along with you. If you're a piece of shit, you are what you are at that point. I don't care. I don't care what Tiger Woods does in his life. I don't care at all. I just don't. We've talked about this off air. But from my view in seeing the Michael Jordan of his sport and a steel mindset clutch guy come to this, it's actually just surprising to me that this is happening. I just never saw this happening.
And that, John, I don't think would get it because it wasn't his generation. But with Tiger Woods to Joe and I mean, when you put the elite of the elite around the turn of the century, 90s, 2000s, it was Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods. John, that's when we say that, Joe, right? I would put his success, what platform he was, how famous he was, you would put him on that pedestal of greatness right there. That's why to see his fall from grace, the decisions that he made, the addictions that he had and has, that's why it's so sad to individuals like Joe and I because of what we've seen as far as where he was to where he is now.
And again, it started with a facade. Facades never work. Even the one mistake, well, it wasn't one mistake, it was just one that got him. Kobe Bryant. The facade of Kobe's too smart to get himself in this situation. It happened. He wasn't smart that night. And whatever happened ended up costing him it tainted his legacy no matter how good he did after. And that's what's at stake here. You got to be careful. Michael Jordan, they were trying to get him on this gambling stuff. They destroyed him even worse when his pops died. They're talking about how somebody offed him. I'm like, why would they off his dad? The guy doesn't have any debt. They only off people if you don't pay up. You see what I'm saying? Like, it never made sense to me. Like, You guys are just making noise.
This
to
was
do
not.
whatever.
This was not anything to do with his gambling on it. Why?
No, because it has to make sense. Okay, well, why would that happen? Just like the whole Tani thing with the gambling. Why are they popping all these guys for gambling, and they have evidence from top to bottom on things? The FBI doesn't give a shit about Major League Baseball if he was gambling. Oh, he paid off his interpreter because people want to believe that these guys are scumbags, and more often than not, they usually are. But what about when they're not? You see, that's why you can't treat everyone like shit just because of the way they look or the way they talk right away. You got to give them a minute to set the stage for that. What if they're not? What if they're not? It's not fair to that person. As much as I don't like being like, I'm not a people guy, I'm not going to disrespect people for no reason. And even if I get into a shouting match or an argument, okay, we disagreed on something. We got hot. Okay, it's over. I'm going to sit there in a corner and cry about it. Key here is when you're rich and famous, it's 400 times worse. And when you're Tiger Woods, man, you gotta have your head on a swivel. 500 hours a day, not 24 hours a day, 500 hours a day. You gotta be so equipped. You gotta be so equipped in being able to guard yourself. These people are coming after you. They want your money. They want your fame. They want everything. So stop putting yourself in a position that's bad. Michael Jordan was trying to get ice off this kid's back, and they try to make it out to be some fucking weird thing.
Hey, that shit was so funny, though.
That's how fucking disgusting people are. That's the part I don't like. And Michael Jordan doesn't react like I would. I would turn into a tornado.
That would be hilarious.
That's probably why Michael Jordan.
He's having the last laugh now. He's
look. This man was born to win.
Now, so.
He was born to win. Even Reinsdorf said had the strike not happened, he actually said Michael might have made it to the majors. I'm telling you right now, there's some guys out there that just know how to win. Doesn't matter where they are. They just win. Michael Jordan's one of those guys. So Tiger Woods is in that line. And what's going on right now is shocking. It's just, I'm still in shock at how this happened to Tiger Woods. I don't get it. This guy's
power, fame.
But how do you have that clutch? Like, it's Michael Jordan clutch brain. It's not even just a clutch. It's not a Robert Horry clutch. This is Michael Jordan. Tiger Woods is Michael Jordan with a club. How did this happen? That's the confusion for me. I don't get it. It's one of the few things in sports when I'm still in confusion. Much like the Kobe thing in Colorado. I'm like, Kobe, really? Your boy is Derek Jeter. Why didn't you do what he did? Go out with Jessica Alba and the Jessicas and Mariah. Like, go after the stars. You're Kobe Bryant. There's a video of Ali Berry thirsting for him in one of the games that I watched. I'm like, dude, you could have had her.
Yeah, Halle Berry. Halle Berry.
I'm just saying it. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't take advantage of the good stuff of being famous and rich. But I guess we're human. It is what it is. And the addiction part with Tiger, I'm gonna totally sell out here and say this, even though I don't know him. But I'm gonna sell out because I want to believe it, right? I think his back, his knee, much like a lot of the guys that just have so much pain, they can't get out of their own head at that point. They have to get something to take the pain away. But for the love of God, Tiger, if you're going to do that, can you please get a driver? Because you got lucky, man. You didn't kill somebody too. Yourself, but if you could have killed somebody, you don't want that on your conscience, man.
Well, on that note, it is the Lakers fast break. The Lakers
I
do
didn't
lose.
have no idea. I had no idea I was going to rant twice in one night.
No worries, all good, man. It's 139-96. Lakers lose. Lakers are 50-27 on the season. They're still in third place in the Western Conference. I don't know about the Lakerholics guys because Jamie and Laker Tom conveniently have not answered my call to whether or not they're going to do a show on Saturday. I'm assuming because Laker Tom is so pissed off right now after what happened. So if they do, I'll schedule it, but I'm assuming otherwise you're going to see an NBA observations hopefully here on Friday or Saturday, and then you'll see us again on Easter Sunday. So I will leave it at that. But and John, do you have anything coming up this weekend?
Shit. Just the 3-minute game recaps like I always do.
Okay. I didn't know if you had a long.
I will. Oh yeah, I will have a long form content video probably drop on Sunday, like my weekly show that I always do. I always drop the weekly show. But yeah. Stay tuned for the 3-minute recap. Stay tuned for the weekly show. And
wow, Denver's won 7 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
For real?
Holy
yep.
shit!
Yes, they have talked about it on the show. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the last loss they had was against the Lakers.
Mm-hmm. That's why it's a concern.
Damn.
And their only tough test is just the San Antonio game this weekend, and that's it. All the rest are, and they're getting healthy at the right time.
Well, I think one way or the other, the Lakers aren't going to make it out of the second round. So whether they lose to Oklahoma City or San Antonio, it matters.
Did you see Wemby last night? I know we talked about Wemby, but it was very impressive what he did last night.
No, he's definitely great. There's no doubt. I just waiting for the shoe to drop there if they're really that concerned about playing him. See.
Yeah.
Drip Show says, give us a rant on John's friend not playing defense.
Which friend?
The friend I got.
The one that he played one-on-one against. Yeah, the one in the video.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't want to insult somebody I don't know. It might be his boy, but
I'm
just my boy. Can't fuck with me on the court though. Just as simple as that. It's not disrespect.
He bet you money and didn't play defense on you.
Hey, but he tried though, Gerald. That's the thing. He really did try, Gerald. Like, he really did try, Gerald. That's the thing. And again, it's the same shit would happen with anybody that step up on me, especially black hoe ass.
Shit.
It'll be black on black violence.
It's just still black on black violence, man.
Black, please.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Him.
Again,
please
look
him
at
somewhere
the skin.
To play a one-on-one.
Look at the skin, man.
Please.
I'm still darker than this motherfucker over here.
Please, Black. If you're out there, my friend, please.
Joe, I'm gonna be darker tomorrow. By the way, I'm gonna be outside all day tomorrow. So,
SB, it's just on my YouTube page. You can see it's on Lakers Corner. Gerald, we could say as much as we want to say please to Black. Black is a hoe. He's not really gonna do it. He's just gonna stay behind his keyboard and just type little emojis or type little chats.
Mr. Zoom executive. All right.
He's scared. It's okay though. Lions don't lose sleep over the opinion of sheep.
Oh.
So that's why I don't lose sleep over Black.
Yeah, Liv Morgan gets a lot of eyes raised. I'll just leave it at that, JSJ. But again, it is of course the Lakers fast break. We love you here, guys. So yes, if you need that virtual hug, you need that vent session, please go ahead and put it in the comments down below. We're here for you. Again, it's one game. See what happens. We'll see what happens with Luka on Friday. I'll post whatever results come out of the MRI, and I'll post it on the notes for this channel. So go ahead and look out for it there. Okay, JSJ. All right. But great to have you here. Wishing you guys
what the hell's the matter with you?
Who?
JSJ.
JSJ is hella funny.
Who's been here. You don't know WWE.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now I know. Liv Morgan.
From our family to your family, want to wish you the happiest of Easters. Hopefully, whether you celebrate or not, just want to wish you a great weekend. And again, we'll see you Easter Sunday after the game. Lakers and the Mavs. Most likely, Luka will not be able to score 90 on them, which is sad because I think he would have dropped a pretty big dime on the Mavs on Sunday, just because it would have been national TV Easter Sunday, that type deal. So We won't get to see that, but we'll be here for it anyways. We expect the Lakers win. Hopefully we'll get it, and we'll go ahead and be back on Easter Sunday. So, yes, happy Good Friday. Happy good weekend. Super Mario movie. Go ahead. If you want to see that for the family, just enjoy yourself. Put this game out of your minds because there's still more of the season to come and more of us right to follow. Always right here at the Lakers. Fast break.
Happy Good Friday. Shout out Jesus.
Happy Easter, everyone.
I thought you were going to do it, John.
Still can't
You gotta
believe
be with
that.
the beat, man.
Still can't believe that dude bet you money.
That's insane. And you know how
I'm
much-
56 and I still would have beaten that guy.